Who are the best coaches in the group of five? Every year, my colleagues at The Athletic rank their top 25 coaches in college football, but I like to go deeper. I like to look at the top group of five coaches. Now, you may not like that G5 term. We know American Commissioner Mike Aresco doesn't. But this is not about an insult. This is more about taking a deeper dive into coaches who deserve more attention. And who knows, that group of five term may be going away pretty soon once we have the expanded college football playoff. This is the fifth year that I've done these rankings, and there's a lot of change this year. Gone are Luke Fickell, Hugh Freeze, Bill Clark, Dana Holgerson, Kalani Sitake, Gus Malzahn, and others. But this is not a list of the biggest rising stars or coaches who I think are most likely to take another job. This is simply about who's doing the best job in their situation. Now, I've got the whole list, the top 15 at theathletic.com, but for this video, let's take a look at the top 5 coaches in the group of 5. At number 5 is Army's Jeff Monken. Army has went 6-6 last year and missed a bowl game, but this is still their best run in decades. Army has won 5 of the last 7 against Navy, 4 of the last 6 against Air Force in the Commanders-in-Chief rivalry. Army is 58-31 under Monken since 2016, and Monken also went 38-16 at Georgia Southern from 2010 to 2013. At number 4, Jamey Chadwell, now at Liberty, coming from Coastal Carolina, where he went 31-6 over the last 3 years. He won 2 division titles and a share of a Sun Belt championship, and Grayson McCall, the quarterback, was the 3-time Sun Belt Player of the Year. This will be Chadwell's 5th head coaching job, and he's won at least 10 games in a season in 3 of his previous 4 stops. At number 3, Troy Calhoun of Air Force. This guy might be the most underrated coach in the country. He's definitely not talked about as much as nearly as the Army and the Navy head coaches, but he's the 6th longest tenured coach in FBS. He's won at least 10 games in 3 of the last 4 seasons. He beat Baylor in a bowl game this year. He beat Louisville in a bowl game last year, and he's won at least 8 games in 10 of the last 16 years. Number 2, Willie Fritz at Tulane. He wasn't even on this top 15 list last year, coming off of a 2-10 season, but Tulane bounced back to go 12-2, win the American, beat USC in the Cotton Bowl, and a top 10 finish, marking the largest turnaround in FBS history. Fritz has won at every level of college football he's been, from junior college to Division II to up to Tulane, and he's won a conference championship at every spot along the way. Now he's brought Tulane its most success since the 1930s. At number 1, Jeff Traylor at UTSA. Few coaching hires anywhere have been as successful as Traylor over the last few years. He has coached there for 3 years and has produced the 3 best seasons in school history. Over the last 2 years, he's 23-5 overall, 17-1 in Conference USA play, with 2 Conference USA championships. He also just signed the number 1 Group of 5 high school recruiting class. Things are rolling there. He passed on interest from Texas Tech last year and signed a pretty big contract to stay at UTSA. People are going to want to come after him some more, but the legendary high school coach from Gilmer is certainly going to be in demand as UTSA moves into the American and should once again compete for the conference championship. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Should somebody else be in the top 15? Should somebody else be number 1? Check the link in the description below for my full top 15 list, along with the coaches who just missed the cut. And make sure you're following all of our coverage of college football on theathletic.com.